All right, let's head back to town, get paid for these Caterpie. I don't know, did you guys have other jobs you needed to do? I can't remember. The only one
Yeah,
I
I think
really
there was
remember
something
is
about...
the beach cleanup.
Right, wasn't there one about, like, cute Pokemon or something? Or was that one of the other
Yes.
towns?
No, we did have that one. Let's see, Mint Lagoon task list.
Yeah.
As I close
I
my eyes
wanted
and
to
think
do...
real hard.
Real hard.
Like fluffy Pokemon, right? And I don't have any fluffy ones, so I can't help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cute,
I wanted...
adorable. I mean, Froakie's cute.
I've got cute Pokemon.
Yeah. A Piper could be. Honestly, all of our Pokemon could be considered cute. Like, there's that one, the beach cleanup, and then Vern.
Vern.
Ah, Vern.
You could go see if he wants his Blastoise locked again. You just farm him for money.
All right. You guys begin to head back to town. It's a pretty nice leisurely walk. I would say at this point it's getting closer to noon. It is extremely hot. The sun is beating down. Thankfully, presumably, all of you have sunscreen on you. But it's very much tropical weather.
Have you looked at kid? That man
That's
does not look
assuming.
sunscreen.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Should
Yeah.
not be surprised. But yeah, you head back towards town. You, once again, it takes you a good solid, hour to hike back up there. But it is mostly downhill, so it's not as bad as it could have been. And there's a nice breeze coming in from the ocean. You walk past the Victreebel, which appears to be snoozing in its usual favorite spot.
We already paid your tax. No. Right away.
Told to get back in.
Look at the Pokemon channel with the baby on his back just chilling.
Right.
They're just, listen, I made several sprites and I'm going to use them.
Hell yeah.
That's all I've got.
Yeah.
I just move them around.
V
whenever you guys
runs
are here.
past the Victreebel so that he doesn't have to pay the tax.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
Kid's heading to the Pokemon Center because they might have
Yep.
been a little crazy, but they were vice gripping the fuck out of his
Yep.
Pokemon.
Yeah. I feel like I should definitely have Rocky looked at. I don't know how well he healed up on his own last night, so good first stop for me too.
Alright.
Sit down, take my shoes off.
The usual. Yeah.
I'm like studying it. Are there any new drawings on here?
Oh no.
Oh,
New drawings on the what?
On the map, any new pixel arts? I'm just looking at
Oh, I see.
The swimming lady is no longer swimming now. She's on the sign.
Right.
it on the
She's just
side.
chilling.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe
Alright.
she lost her bathing suit in the water. She's gotta hide.
I mean, you could go ask. It seems like as reasonable a plot hook as any.
After we heal up the Pokemon. Maybe while the Pokemon are healing up, I'll go ask.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Alright. You
Yeah.
head back towards the Pokemon Center, and as soon as you open it, you see a couple of things. First of all, you see once again that it appears to be Margaret's turn on the Pokemon machine, and you also see a very familiar, very tall, lanky figure
Oh yeah!
sitting reclining
cage.
on one of the chairs, resting their eyes, essentially. All but passed out, but just barely opens an eye as you guys walk in, and then goes, "Ah! There you are!"
Oh yeah! I
They're-
forgot we were told you to wait here. We're here now.
Well, great, yeah, thanks for forgetting, I guess. It's not like I gotta
been
get
a-
back
it's
to
been
my
a
work or
day.
anything. Okay. Gee,
Milo almost
Milo, what the
died.
fuck happened to you? What?
Yeah.
Why?
I got in the way of a pincer.
Yeah,
I know why they
in
call
a
it pincer.
He put his body in a pincer.
I
that's
didn't
not
put it-
advisable, but...
No, I know.
Okay.
No, I know.
Alright.
I've been told. We've been down that road. V lectured me. It's all good.
Oh, alright. Cool.
Yeah, if I'm getting a lecture from V, I should probably pay attention.
But yeah, the Chansey gladly takes your Pokemon. Whoever you want healed up, go ahead and hand them over to me. I'm presuming you want Froakie also
Pretty much
healed?
all of them.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Kid's getting all of his. We're here, so he's just gonna go ahead and let everybody get healed up.
Okay.
Same.
Cool. Okay. Acacia just kind of watches from over on their spot, partially just like looking at what you guys have as you deposit all your Pokeballs, and you see them counting under their breath, being like 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of Pokeballs. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, okay. So a lot of the Pokeballs that we have on us right now are Caterpies that we're about
Oh,
to.
good. Okay, I was wondering
Yeah,
about that.
Yeah. So I think we're only keeping Kaede and Faye, right? As far as the Caterpies go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acacia, I have a very important mission for you.
All right. Yeah.
He will let Kaede out of her Pokeball and hold up this teeny tiny baby Caterpie.
Oh, wow. You actually do see Acacia kind of have like a visceral reaction where they're like, oh, it's so small.
It's so small.
I can't keep her with me. I have too many Pokemon. Will you please take her and take care of her?
Oh, okay, I can do that, yeah. And they just kind of like hold this Caterpie very, very gently. Like, it pretty easily fits into the palm of your hand, so very easily they can just like close their hands and hide it. And they're like, okay, alright, okay, just don't eat my Tropius's leaves, please. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can give it one Tropius leaf as a treat.
Just one, as a treat.
Yeah, alright, we
But
can
see,
probably spare
can't-
one.
I can't keep her because I got this. And holds out.
Oh.
Okay.
Whoa. Alright, that's a very orange Metapod. Okay, wow.
She's real weird.
Shiny hunting, are we?
I mean, that was a weird color, so I figured it was special.
It definitely is special. Shiny Pokemon are pretty rare. Alright, well, that's good. Excellent. Alright, I don't mind holding all your Pokemon for you, but like this one can probably fit into my pocket. In fact, hold on.
Just that one.
Okay. And
It's
like
just her,
Acacia
'cause
just
she's
kind
so
of like
small.
tucks Kaede into their front like jacket pocket essentially, which you notice now that they're not wearing their typical like white lab coat. They're wearing something closer to like not a bomber jacket, but essentially like a bomber jacket. And they just kind of like tuck Kaede away.
She's so cute and so
They're
small, and
incognito.
I can't send her back in the Pokemon Center PC because that feels bad.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
That makes sense. Totally makes sense.
All right. Cool. You still have, and they kind of lean over and they kind of count the Pokeballs and go, you still have a lot. Are you? Okay.
Okay, yeah, I need to send Oh god. I need to send Staryu
Oh
back.
god, I'm not gonna carry that one.
Thanks, Staryu.
Please tell me when it
Giant
comes out and
Staryu.
does that like the anime.
Yep. It just poses.
Well, see, if you take Kaede and then I send Ryu back in the Pokemon Center PC, and then we have 4, and I'm allowed to have 4.
You are allowed to have 4, indeed. That is. Oh, you're allowed to have 4. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, I guess we need to update our thing also
Our
while we're
trainer
here,
license
because
probably be updated. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
now
do
we
it
can
on
have
the
more Pokemon.
Yes. Which I've already updated your cards, and you can go ahead and do that while you're figuring out all of your stuff. But you are putting
I didn't even look.
haha, I'm fast. But yeah, you're putting your Ryu away in the PC,
Yeah.
right? Yes.
In the PC, yep.
Cool. We're gonna have to like separate
Okay,
your PCs
Ivory.
into boxes pretty soon. It's getting pretty.
Right?
It's getting pretty crowded in there.
Got
But yeah.
Ivory, Pyra, Lily, and Faye.
Okay. Sounds good. And Faye. Who's still out. You gently cradling
Yeah,
your orange football.
He's kind of just holding her like a football.
Alright. Milo, are you doing anything? You still do have all of your Pokemon.
Well, he didn't. He'd sent Piper back
Oh, that's right.
before we went out because Milo obeys the law.
Aw.
So while you guys are talking, he's just gonna head on over to the PC and he's just gonna dial up the lab to get Piper from Jade.
Yep. Easy enough to do. For sure. You get Piper back out. Jade has to, holds up a vine whip as if to say, 1 moment, please, and leaves.
Take your time.
And comes back after a while, kind of covered in what seems to be feathers.
Did they kill each other?
Puts them back on the thing. But Piper comes back, and she's as cheerful as ever when she returns to you.
Hey, girl.
A little bit worse for, not physically hurt, but appears to be slightly ruffled
She's got
up.
a couple more scars.
Yeah, just they've been going at each other the entire time, but, Pidgey life, I guess.
Had any experience? Did you have fun?
Fight club.
Just
Pidgey Fight Club.
Yeah. Scritches her head, and then we'll return her to the Pokeball and head on over to join everybody else.
Anyway.
Honestly, don't even remember what we were supposed to talk about.
Well, that's not really... Okay. What? You... Okay,
I wanted to know, personally, I'm just curious, why Marcy first?
Right. Why did you send us to the hard place first?
Right. Well, look, I
mean, not even heads up, not even a warning, not even an explanation. You just sicked us on the hardest possible thing off the bat, and I don't know, it feels a bit set up.
Look, and they kind of scratch the back of their head and go, all right, this feels bad. That wasn't really my intention. First of all, you guys did legitimately show a lot of promise, and I figured, hey, you could probably handle it. And yeah, there's a part of it that, Marcy's my friend, and I kind of hoped that she would, be, reasonable on you. But yeah, she usually doesn't fight newcomers, that's true. I'm not going to deny that or anything. But also, there was the fact that you guys kind of, and they kind of look around the Pokemon Center, look at the Chansey, who waves over and goes, yeah, you're not going to tell anyone. There was the part about you pissing off Sylph and then immediately just, running off. I didn't...
It's not our fault.
No, it's not your fault, but it doesn't stop it from being, true and being something that happened, and I legitimately did not want to send you further inland. Because they have a lot more control further inland. Pewter was, overrun with the Type 19 business, and there was something for you to get tangled in, potentially, and Celadon is just a lot, and to be honest, they kind of gesture to the Pokemon Center, and then kind of towards the Pokemon Center door, and to be honest, I also wanted you to... I wanted you to see this.
The islands?
Well...
A Chansey running a Pokemon Center?
No. I mean, yes. I mean, have you noticed anything different since you've arrived here compared to, say, I don't know, Celadon, Viridian, literally
There are Pokemon out.
Me and Milo have been hurt a lot more than in the city.
Okay, that wasn't part of my plan, to be honest. That wasn't a part of the... Yeah, okay.
But no,
That's
I
fair.
see, now that you're saying, I see it, that here, people have their Pokemon out. They seem to be more part of life than back in the mainland.
Yeah, that's kind of the point of it, yeah. Seafoam Islands and, in general, the islands. Jade City is kind of a toss-up. Halfway there and halfway not, and Cinnabar's a little bit old-fashioned. But here, things are a little bit more loose. Not in the bad way, but in a good way. And they kind of, take out Kaede and just, begin to gently, play with Kaede, letting her, run over their fingers and stuff, and just go, nobody here really minds as much. The Kanto Police Department doesn't have as big of a grip here as they do. They just kind of let the people live as they like, and I think it's important for you to see that and get used to it. Not in a patronizing way, but things aren't quite what they used to be 30 years ago. Up in Kanto, things have been changing, and you guys all seemed like, idealistic idealistic children. And, thing about an ideology is you gotta know what you're working towards.
Okay.
So you weren't just trying to get us kicked out right away?
What? No. I mean, look, here's the thing. If I wanted you kicked out, I did a pretty terrible job of it. You've been on this journey for like a week, and you already have your first badge. That's, well, not unheard of, but it's a lot.
It's pretty cool.
It is honestly pretty cool. And I mean, I want to say I'm not surprised, but I'm still a little bit surprised. I know that it can seem discouraging to lose, but losing's a part of the journey, and you guys did real well. So I feel like it wasn't...
No, the challenge was surprising, but I think for me, initially, I thought that this is just where everybody went. I thought this was just sort of like this is the routine. You start off in the islands because it's, late summer. It's going to be beautiful down there. You don't want to,
Right.
et cetera, et cetera. So knowing that this was more pointed, it feels better, but I just would have liked to know, that's really it. It just, in the future, talk to us.
No, that's fair.
Tell
I
us what's
thought
up.
we were shitty trainers because we couldn't even beat the first gym.
And I thought it was intended to be the first gym. And that's what made it feel like, at least V and I had trouble. Kid, I know you're probably like...
Well, whatever. Yeah, Kid can just
Kid
punch
didn't have...
everything.
And I will say, in Marcy's defense, she really did pull punches. Like, you could tell that she had stronger Pokemon than she used, and so she was treating us with the right level of difficulty. It was just the type advantages which are inherent in Pokemon.
All right.
Made it a little difficult. But yeah,
I can admit when I'm wrong, and it's true. I probably should have told you. Look, I'm not really great with kids, and I kind of was afraid that if I told you that I was sending you there on purpose, you would want to be, counterculture and just go somewhere the opposite just to prove a point to me.
I mean, I can guarantee you made the right call, because had you told us, like, the reasoning, Milo might have went with it, but I know V would not have, and I'm kind of just down for whatever, so we probably would have went right to the heart of problems with Sylph. So, like, good call.
Yeah.
Not being 100% clear with us.
That's all accurate, and you're right.
I mean, look, it's good to know that you guys... I'll keep it in mind. Things are a little bit different. You already have your first badge, and you're here, and it seems like you've avoided at least some of the trouble from what I hear through the grapevine, so things turned out better than they could have, but... Point taken, Milo.
That's all. I mean, like I said, I get it, and your reasoning tracks. It makes sense. So, okay.
As long as you weren't trying to set us up, I guess I'm not mad.
I mean, if I did, I kind of fucked myself over, because I kind of did the opposite.
Well, that's your
You
problem.
You kind of turned this into a big deal.
Yeah, I kind of did, didn't I?
A big problem. For you.
I mean, that's a part of my job, so... speaking of my job, I should probably start getting back. I haven't really found anything relating to my research, so...
I mean,
was...
before you leave, can I talk to you, like, alone?
Okay, she kind of gets, like, a worried, like, confused, worried look on their face, like, oh, alright, okay. About what?
Just, I would say we go into, like, upstairs, or there is no upstairs. Milo, kid, shoot. Kind of just come out the door.
Before we leave, because it sounds like they're gonna leave after you talk, real quick, because we don't know what the fuck it is other than a candy. Can you tell me what this is? And he'll hold that candy that's not for us.
Yeah. Non-human candy.
They like
Asking
take a look
the
at
right
the candy
person.
and go,
He found it on the floor in the forest.
I think the forest floor is
They call that ground. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I guess it is also called the forest
Well,
floor.
specifically, like, just in a weird forest, like, there's candy.
This
Call that
is
the ground.
this is a rare candy. Don't eat it yourself. I don't know why it's slightly covered in dirt. Well, I guess I do. You found it on the ground.
It's on the ground.
feed it to your Pokemon. It's technically supposed to be a little bit of an energy boost. It helps them train more effectively, but don't if you find another one, just don't overdo it. It's fine in small doses. It's not really good, but it'll make your Pokemon a little stronger.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, cool. He'll tuck it back in his boat bag. All right, that's all I needed.
All right.
Also, yes, kid, you should probably super glue that, or at least bandage it.
Oh, oh, wow. You guys are just getting hurt all over the place. Ugh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
that's part
fine.
of the job, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
They're the ones fighting Pokemon, personally.
Yeah.
I'm not meaning to fight them. I'm just trying to protect my babies.
You just keep putting your body in the way of the Pokemon that are supposed to fight.
I can't argue with that assessment of what has happened.
I wouldn't put I won't make my Pokemon do anything I wouldn't do, and that includes
Exactly.
fighting Pokemon.
Exactly.
That's what they're supposed to do. And we're not.
I'd be so confused by
You know,
this.
it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
All right.
Well, we have a day to kill because we are having a surfing contest. I think it's tomorrow, right?
Yes, it is. Mhm.
I think so.
Surfing contest tomorrow. So, what do we want to do until then?
Well, I need to talk to Acacia, so...
Yes.
So GTFO. is what
Yes.
we say.
Okay.
so get out
then-
of my Pokemon Center.
We are leaving. Okay. I guess we'll go find something to do on the beach?
Question mark.
Question mark?
I will
How
say,
long were our Pokemon gonna need?
your Pokemon, because you surrendered like all of them, are probably gonna take like a solid hour or two. And also, if
Kid,
you
did
want,
you have a fourth Pokemon?
I have Egg, and he holds up the magnet.
You have Egg. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
egg, yes, egg.
Good.
But also, I will say that if you guys wanted to, the beach cleanup thing is not like necessarily tied to one person. If two of you wanted to do that together, that's also completely
You guys can go do that. I don't want to clean up the beach.
reasonable.
I need
That sounds
Blue
fun.
and Rocky for that though, because they're my dogs. Actually, I need kind of. Rocky's the only one who really needed healing, I think. So I can go out there with Lou and Chester, Piper.
And I mean, Dwebble is, capable of digging and finding, literally a hermit crab. Also, doesn't Zubat have blind sight? It's kind of like
Yeah,
a metal
she's
detector.
She's got blind sight, and Double has tremor sense, so he can find it out through the ground.
Yeah, so that's like ideal.
But they're
Yeah.
both also pretty hurt.
That's fair, yeah, you gotta let them heal up. So it'll be you can just kill some time, go splash
Yeah.
around in the water.
We'll go kill time. That's fine. We'll give V some space.
Alright, I'm really
the
tempted
Pokemon
to
Center.
just put the two of you onto the hold on, I can actually do this physically. I'm just gonna put both of you on a different map and be like, okay, have fun.
Oh no.
Free reign for chaos.
Free reign for chaos, yes. You guys can see the other map now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Well, these two leave, and Acacia looks at UV, looks a little bit concerned, like, I don't know what this is about, but you're freaking me out a little bit.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. I just wanted to ask you, and he'll dig through his bag and take out the letters.
Okay.
I don't know, like, what this stuff is about, and I feel like if I ask my dad, he's gonna get mad at me. But for some reason, Milo had these,
Huh. Okay.
and I don't know if it has anything to do with the weird stuff that you guys have been trying to figure out. There was something about, like, time travel. I don't know what that means.
Can I read them? It sounds like it's personal, but...
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
I don't even know if it's personal, because I have no idea what these letters are talking about.
Ooh.
Or are in, like, relation to.
All right.
All I know is that I think they're all to my dad.
Acacia kind of glances over them, takes a couple of minutes to kind of skim through them, and their brows kind of furrow, and they think for a bit and go, yeah, it looks like it's addressed to your father. I don't. I have to admit that I'm not personally super well acquainted with your father. He has a bit of a grudge against me ever since I've taken over your grandfather's, or his grandfather's, old lab.
Right. Well, that's why I thought maybe you would know something because it's something to do with him, I guess, or about him. There's like a bunch of stuff, and he'll like point to different places where it like talks about
Yeah.
old Professor Oak.
Yeah, Acacia kind of squints and reads through it and goes, Well, yeah, I'm not super surprised about this. In his later years, your great grandpa was a little bit, was a brilliant researcher, don't get me wrong, but he was also kind of
Crazy.
a little bit crazy in his later years, and he started to talk a lot about time travel, which, you know, is not really a thing. A lot of things happen. We know that some Pokemon are definitely capable of controlling the space-time continuum, but it's nothing that we've ever really had a lot of time to research. And
But I mean, don't you think maybe like does it have to do with anything with those weird visions that my friends had that seemed like they were maybe in the past and or future?
Definitely could. You have a point. I
Because they
admit
saw like weird shit.
I really haven't gone through a lot of Old Oak's research notes. Maybe I should look back there again if there is anything left over.
Yeah, I mean, in his house, I guess would be the best place to look.
Right.
That you now occupy because you work there and live there.
I mean, technically, your father took a lot of that stuff with him when he left. It's kind of it flowed into part of his research, and he wanted, you know, to keep family matters private, I guess.
Right.
But this is interesting.
I mean, maybe there's hidden stuff in there.
I guess it's worth taking a look if I'm going back there anyways. I haven't really been able to find anything else. You three haven't had any more of those weird visions, have you?
Not that anyone's told me, because I haven't had any.
Right. Well, let me know. It seems like, at least previously, they come in a weird set. Almost. At least the way I've been plotting them. So if one of you has one, there's a possibility that the rest of you will have one as well, so.
Yeah.
Who's writing these letters, do you know?
I
mean, this one of them looks like it's from your father.
It's just signed by like a 0 or an O, and I don't know who that is, or it could be if it's because the letters are to him, so it's not like from himself with like an O for Oak, I assume.
That's really weird. Okay. Well, I'll definitely take a look at his old lab. I mean, it's better than nothing, but I'm afraid aside from that, I really don't know much about your dad. You could try to ask him. I don't know if you'd be cool with you asking him and having these, but
yeah, I feel like he'd get mad.
You said Milo had these?
Right? I don't know. They were in his bag, and I was looking for something, and I pulled them out along with other things that I don't really.
Right. Well,
also concerned about why he has.
Well, from what we've seen, communication is really important to Milo, and I mean, he's not wrong about that. So maybe, you know, communicate, ask him where he got him.
Talking.
Yeah, I know. Look, alright, I know. Talking, yeah. But
look, how do you, the letters aside, how do you ask your best friend why he has a shirt that says Gary Oak Fan Club when you know that your best friend hates his dad.
Well, if it was
Like, what the
me,
fuck?
if I was in a fan club of somebody that my best friend hated, I would definitely try to hide that from them. So there's, maybe Milo actually really respects Gary. Look, I don't see what you would see.
Stop.
And
But he's my best friend.
so maybe talk to him about it. Look, I'm not great. I'm not great at friendships. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but my friends tend to be, either really weird
Pokemon.
ghost people or yeah, Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon.
And I also happen to be a serial messer upper of relationships because I don't communicate enough, and that is not something that you need to know about. I am ranting now, so don't do as I do, and talk to people you care about. That's my adultly advice to you.
Don't talk to people I care about. You just said do talk to people I care about.
Slip of the tongue. Freudian slip. Do talk to people you care about. Definitely don't just leave because you think it would be easier to leave and then not talk to that person for a year and then just continue to communications as if nothing has happened because you hope that it's just going to be buried and everything's going to move on as usual. Definitely don't do that.
It doesn't sound like a whole...
Right.
Anyways, well, I'm going to
go. A, Milo's not getting away that easily, and B, don't do that, I guess.
Yep. And Acacia, slaps their knees. Just gets up.
You walk outside.
She's gonna start strolling out and being like, hey, who wants to see Atropius? Let's go.
She sees Kid and Milo over there trying to dig up this fire pit that might possibly be a torkoal.
It's just a fire pit, but sure. Yeah, maybe it's a torkoal.
It could be a torkoal.
Covered in ash.
Oh, man.
Sure, I'm gonna put this guy over here. Oh, God.
He's like, what the fuck are these kids doing? I'm leaving.
Yeah. He just takes one look at you and goes, I'm not... Okay.
I'm just not gonna.
Oh, God, Acacia, why are you so big?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Acacia just casually...
Take care of Kaede. Tell her I love her.
I definitely will do that. She's gonna get a lesson in flying a lot earlier than she ought to.
Don't drop her. I'm gonna be so sad.
No, I'm not gonna. It's fine. You can build yourself a little parachute out of string shot, can't you? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay, we're leaving.
Bye, Acacia.
Right.
Bye. Why are you... Okay, don't commit any more crimes unless I am involved. Okay.
No promises.
Yeah, that's approximately what I expected. Talk to your friends!
We'll call you and implicate you in the crimes, I guess.
No, that's also not good.
Bye-bye.
Talk to your friends! And Acacia just kind of takes off.
We talk a lot, but thanks. Guess. That was weird. Alrighty. So. What now?
Did you get whatever you needed figured out with them?
Not really. They didn't have much help. I guess I could ask you guys, but maybe we should do it back in the Pokemon Center and not on the beach.
Sure. Wherever.
And maybe
I don't
you
think this is
should
a Torkoal. I'm pretty
wash
sure.
all of the ash all over your body off.
Yeah.
You guys are really just filthy.
Milo runs and just belly flops into the shallow water.
I mean, like, how did you even get so... I was gone for like 5 minutes. How did you manage this?
Welcome to my life.
We thought it might have been a Torkoal. We got excited. Wasn't a Torkoal, but we were in too deep. Sunk cost fallacy. You know how it is.
Had to keep going.
All of that.
Fair. Didn't a Torkoal like almost kill Milo last time?
Almost.
Yeah, but we're better. We're better now.
Yeah.
Do you mean Camerupt?
It's true. I thought we fought a Torkoal. I can't remember.
No, I mean the
On
thing that.
Oh,
that
I am
looks
thinking
like it.
Camerupt.
Yeah. I was looking at this. I'm like,
yeah.
that doesn't look like a Torkoal. It looks like a Camerupt.
Why? Yes,
I see. Even worse.
Even worse.
Yeah, that could have been really dangerous for us had it been a camera up top.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got Froakie. No, we don't.
But if we could have convinced it to join us, we couldn't catch it, but we could get it to tag along. We could have a mount.
Walk behind us or ride a Camerupt around.
Yep.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
sure no one would have a problem with that.
Sylph
What are
will
they
think
gonna
twice
do?
if we have a Pokemon that could shoot literal lava.
I think we would. Yeah, I think everyone would have a problem with that, and I don't think we'd be allowed in any of the towns.
How are they gonna stop us? We'd have
Yeah.
a Camerupt.
They have to come at us with at least one other camera just to do something.
Yeah. And if
Or-
they have a Camerupt, then they're just as
Water.
camera corrupt as we are.
Yeah.
Or what if they just like shoot you with a fire hose? I think that'd be funny.
I don't
Well,
want to
that'd
get hit
be-
with a fire hose. That's
It's assault. They'd be attacking us, but also our poor innocent camera who we haven't even caught.
Who hasn't done a thing?
Before I forget, as you guys head back into the Pokemon Center, you guys return your Caterpie and Metapod and get paid because Margaret does not care. She is just here to
Ah,
take
yes.
the Pokemon and give you money.
Hell
very
yeah,
cool.
money.
Does she give us money for the Metapods?
Yes, that
Hell
includes
yeah.
the Metapods. So Milo and Kid, 1,200, and V, you get 3,000
Oh,
for
yes.
your captures.
This is more money than I've ever had in my life.
Good to know that you're buying dinner for the next week.
No.
No, but honestly, like at this point, we each should have close to enough that if we see like a TM that one of us really needs, we should be able to
We could buy
pool
it.
resources. Yeah, I've got like 7,000 on me now, and I know I'm usually the most depleted, so
Got 8,000.
okay.
Same.
Heck yeah, alright, then we're all about the same. Very cool.
Hell yeah. We have money, guys.
We
It's
do.
crazy.
And
We
you could
worked
have
and
more
got
money.
paid.
Working for money.
Alright,
Like common folk.
what were you saying that you needed to talk to us about in here, V?
Yeah, hold on. Okay.
Or are we heading back into the Pokemon Center?
I think
Yep.
so.
Sure.
'Cause V wants to be private.
Right, V takes Acacia's seat as the like arbiter of this conversation.
Okay, that's a choice.
Yep.
I don't even know where my Milo went. There he is.
I hit him.
All right, what's up? What's going on?
Alright. Well, I was supposed to talk to my friends, and so I'm gonna do it, you know, in front of everybody. Because why not? And he'll dig through his bag and pull out a wad of, like, cloth and, like, look at Milo.
Okay, an old shirt?
Yeah. A couple old shirts.
Just gonna give me 1 second. His face kind of goes, twitches, goes a little bit blank. What kind of shirt?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Milo,
So
would you like to explain why you have a shirt as my best friend in your bag that says Gary Oaks Fan Club
As V
for my dad?
As V unfurls it
Who I
dramatically. This is like, I'm imagining V sitting like with one knee up, like ankle crossed over his knee, like almost pretending to turn on one of those click lamps, you know, to
Yep.
cast a dramatic light.
Exactly.
here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you remember when we were on your great grandfather's island with the house and everything, and we were just sort of we stayed there. I found that while I was there. I'm guessing he probably had it because either your dad lived there and kept it as a memento of his travels, or he had it from that time. Maybe he sent it to your grandfather as a memento of those travels. I don't know, but I thought it was funny, and I was waiting for an opportune moment to. I was waiting for things to become friendly enough between you and Blur that Blur showing up with that shirt on would be funny and not hostile. But we weren't there yet, so I was holding on to it. Where did you get it?
I don't know if there was ever a point that would have been funny and not I punch him.
You don't know. You know.
I think it would have been pretty hilarious, personally.
I was tempted when we last saw him. I was about that close to giving it to him, but I don't think that would have gone well. No,
not really.
I'm sorry. It was never met with hostility, and I am not your dad's. I'm not a member of his fan club. I just thought it was funny, and I honestly,
hope not.
I just got it because I wanted to fuck with you a bit.
That's fair, I think.
Right? I mean, that's what we do, right? That's what friends do. They mess with each other.
Yeah. Okay, well, at least you didn't go out and, like, buy this or something, or, have it.
Hell no, I found it. Like I said, I thought
you
it was
didn't
hilarious.
actually spend money on it. Okay. The other question,
are
I
you
don't
offended
remember...
that I might have given... You know what? Never mind. I'm good. Going on.
Did you pay my dad?
Oh, right? Would you have given him money for something like this? No. But, okay. Fine, I guess. What do I do with it? Do you want it back?
I mean, the joke's kind of fallen a bit flat now, so I don't really care. You could hang on to it if you want. You could give it to... God, I know her name, the Chansey's name. Margaret. You could give it to Margaret. I really...
Nurse comes back and she's just got a Gary Oak fan club shirt on.
See, that would be really, really funny if I ever thought that he would come here and see it. But I don't think he will.
So you understand my perspective,
yes.
At least. You know where I was
I didn't want it against me, though.
Oh, I mean...
And also, now that I know that it was a joke... My concern was that it wasn't a joke, and you just have this for real reasons, which is disgusting.
It's a joke. 100% just a joke.
That's fine. We could give it to, like, Moelle, but I have reservations that she wouldn't use it as a joke.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, do you want it to show up, like, on one of her streams? Do you want to be associated with that? Because if you give it to her, she might wear it on stream.
Is it funnier than it is cringy? I can't decide.
That's where I've been ever since I found it.
Right.
Is it like where's the line? You know?
It would be kind of funny. Do you think he would ever see one of her streams?
I mean, if she tags you in, almost assuredly. He seems to be keeping tabs on you pretty hard. So if you show up on one of her streams and she's got that shirt on, I think he would have to see it.
Or do we, like, give it to her but cross out the Gary and, like, write my name? Is that funny?
If whatever you want to do with it, it is now officially your shirt. I rescind all claim of ownership or responsibility for it.
Do that.
You found it.
Fine.
You stole it. Stealers keepers.
I'll think about it. I'll talk with her. Maybe she can think of something funny. Also, letters that see, this is what I wanted to talk with Acacia about. Mostly was the letter things that I also found in your bag, which I assume now you also found in the same place, which makes more sense than you had them and were not telling me about weird things that my dad got.
I actually hadn't had a chance to read them.
Okay.
It's just been one thing after another, so...
you read these and tell me if you know anything more about any of this stuff, because none of the things in the letter make sense, and Acacia didn't have a whole lot to say about it.
Okay. Let me see.
Okay.
I will take a look at the letters and see what I can make of them.
To make it easier, I'm just gonna make these available to everybody, and
Hell
maybe
yeah.
post them in
I
the
was gonna
group
hand them to
chat.
Kid immediately after, just
Yeah,
in
have
case.
Kid read them too, because we all come from different backgrounds. Who knows what about what at this point? Besides the fact that it, like my dad or my
Great.
great grandfather.
Great grandfather.
Great
Okay,
grandmother.
great grandfather maybe was insane.
But I'm gonna post these, and then can we take a little small break while we
Yes,
read
Yeah.
these? Because I also need to go to the bathroom.
I need to make
me
a couple
too.
hot pockets.
So perfect. Okay.
I'm just gonna post them in the group chat because I feel like reading them on Discord might be a little bit easier.
Might be a bit.
And yeah, let's take a little break as you guys examine some spooky letters. 15 years and 1 month ago. Most esteemed Oak Jr., extremely pleased to hear that you would accept my generous proposal. Since it's funny, I shall take you up on this outdated form of communication. Henceforth, presume I am penning this missive by the light of a litwick in the highest tower. I think your proposed research endeavor on the ancient Pokemon training methods is a fantastic idea. It doesn't matter that it won't be pushing the envelope in terms of new research. Your grandfather certainly didn't release groundbreaking articles every year, so I doubt everyone will expect you to. Don't get me wrong, they'll obviously expect great things, but you can simply focus on doing that which interests you most. Yes, it's historical and stuffy and research heavy, but who cares? If it's what makes you happy, you should pursue it. I'll communicate your plans to the concerned parties and get the preparations started. Old Oak won't be retiring for a while yet. Every time someone asks, I hear he starts off on this long lecture about remembering the past. But, given his recent forgetfulness, I think it makes sense for you to move in with him. Let me know once you've bought your tickets back, and I can arrange to pick you up. Oh. Date unknown. Rough draft with crossed out parts. Glad you finally decided to listen to reason. I've told you electronics can't be trusted. What sort of stuffy old professor would I be if I allowed machinery to take over my pathways of communication, the very things which I rely on to do my carbon dating and most of my other research? What strange irony is this? Bought the ticket for June. Should be able to wrap things up here and head back to Kanto soon enough. I'll need to finish up my networking, but how are things there? I was asked if I had a trainer's license when I bought the ticket. Evidently, they're implementing a system for that now, which is, reasonable and not in equal measure. Good, I suppose. The last letter from Gramps was a bit concerning. He's gotten a bit too far into his old fantasy books nowadays. Last time we talked, he started off on this whole thing about time travel and how he was planning to write his newest book about it. I fear his mind is going faster than we anticipated. Maybe asked Delia to keep a closer eye, if she has the time. I know it's ironic of me to be asking her for favors, but... The rest of the letter is barely legible, scribbled out fragments. Dated 11 years and 7 months ago. Gary, I hope you've settled in. I'm writing in the old-fashioned way again, as per my last email. Sorry to hear about your grandfather. I do think it's for the best to just keep him in a comfortable place for now. He'll hopefully be comfortable even if he isn't super happy about it. I won't comment on the rest. It's not my place to say. I can't deny you had a tough childhood, but it doesn't sound like it was his fault. I think. I don't know. Your notes for the annual conference were good. I don't have much to say, since, as you may have noticed, I'm not exactly the best researcher out there. But you've already proven yourself in your field, and I cannot imagine that they'll deny you the funding. As for your request, I'll try to pull some strings and put you in touch with the team currently working on the new version of the styler. They may even have old models you can look at. Signed, O. Dated 9 years and 1 month ago. Gary, I've heard about the situation. I'm not sure I agree, but I can somewhat understand your decision. It can't be easy, especially with how many eyes you've had on your research. And while I understand that you don't want to compromise the safety of either you or Violet, I cannot imagine it's a happy choice. I'm glad to know that the Indigo League is at least offering you an alternative. I know it might not be one you like, but if you think it's safer for you both, it's better than just leaving completely. At least you'll still have some agency, and maybe you can continue to work on your research on the side. In light of the situation, I think this best be our last communication. Next week, I'm leaving for Johto to work with some friends who offered to help, to hook me up with a method that might help us fight back against Sylph's newest release notes. I know the Indigo League will protect you from anything on your side, but I have little to protect me, so me and my associates will have to take some back roads. Even if I won't write anymore, please know that I won't be forgetting how much you've done for me. Hopefully, sometime soon, like in the next few years, when it all blows over, we can meet up again, have a drink, and laugh about it. Always your friend, O.
What is a styler?
That's the thing that Pokemon Rangers used. That's what you would use in the old Pokemon Ranger DS games. That's what they called it. But yes, that one definitely stood out to Milo.
So are they looking into alternatives to Pokeballs then?
It looks like it. I mean, that would make sense,
Maybe
right?
maybe they're trying to split themselves off of self-reliance.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Freaking Sylph.
Right?
I put Lou in that tight Pokeball, man. I don't know what to do. I'm so fucking like... Or Rocky. I think Lou's in one of theirs as well. I guess. But what Pokeball isn't compromised?
Right. That's the...
I think the only one that was good is the one that you have Lily in, because it was that old style that we found. And Milo gave it to you because it was like, yo, Ghost Pokemon, old style Pokeball, it tracks.
I mean, do you think those old school ones would kind of circumvent it? Because they have to predate Sylph, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, because Sylph wasn't around, like, Sylph mastered the modern Pokeball, but they weren't the ones that created it. I mean, Arceus shows that it was created by the researchers there, right?
yeah, and I mean, even going by the anime, straight up went back in time with Celebi and kind of came up with the prototype Pokeball way back when for
Yeah,
them.
that's true.
So maybe we can find some of them and just go off grid with our Pokeballs.
Yeah, it's time travel.
I mean, I wouldn't have any problems with stylers. I don't know how to use them because I'm gonna be honest, I never played the Pokemon Ranger games, but
It was kind of like a wrist-mounted lasso. You would have to, like, they would have this thing and they'd hold their hand out at the Pokemon and you'd like stylus around the Pokemon as it moved around on the DS screen, and then you would capture it, and it was like a way of making the Pokemon like you, and instead of catching them, you were more like befriending them, working alongside them temporarily, and then they were leaving. They were never like caught, they were still wild. They were just working with you. From what I only played like 2 of the Pokemon Ranger games so long ago. I don't know. I know that Chekhov said when the letters were shown to V that there was something in there for Milo, and I'm guessing that's what it was. Because he would know.
that's our Ranger boy.
Throwing himself into all sorts of danger. And honestly, the thing that scared him the most was being confronted by V. That was probably the most like, oh no.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now we gotta
are the
figure out.
Stylers like regulated in the same way that Pokeballs are? Like, could we get a hold of those and start using them?
Maybe. I honestly don't know. I guess that's stuff that we'd have to ask the DM from Milo's perspective. Know what Milo knows, really.
Go call your dad.
I don't even know if he can call his dad. His dad's like
also-
Crocodile, or not Crocodile Dundee. Like can't remember his name now. Tragic.
What's up?
He's been gone so long, you forgot your dad's own name.
No. I know Milo's dad's name
Oh, I
is
see.
Jack Walker. Can't remember the name of the wildlife
Oh, I see.
guy who wrestled crocodiles.
Steve Irwin?
Yes, thank you.
I said it, but I guess it didn't go through.
Oh yeah, I don't think it did.
Now you're
I'm trying to
Headphones
switch my
on?
headphone, but it's not working, so trying to figure that out before we start again.
yeah.
Come on, man.
Sounds better.
There we go.
Okay.
Now it finally connected. Because my other one was dying. Because they only last like 3 hours, so I just do one at a time, and then when it's about to die, I switch it. And sometimes it does not like to switch.
Oh.
But-
Sounds good now.
Also, we need to figure out who Acacia's former paramour was, and parent trap them together.
No. Fuck. But yeah, we can probably get back since everybody appears to be back here.
Yep.
We can go ahead and pick up. So you guys are just kind of sitting around in the Pokemon Center. The Pokemon Center doors are like open, by the way, and there's like a nice sea breeze going through it. You know, there's tiles and a little bit of sand here. It's such a nice. Every time I look at this Pokemon Center's layout, I'm like, ah, yes, this is what a vacation feels like.
Vacation center, yep.
But yeah, you're just like sitting around together reading these letters.
Yeah. Alright. So, what... Okay.
I don't know anything about any of it.
Well, he pulls out, is it the second one? The one was like a year and 7 months, 8 years, 7 months ago? 11 years. I mean, in this one they're mentioning in the stylers, that's
I don't know what that is.
Pokemon Ranger, that's a Ranger tool. They use those for enlisting the aid of Pokemon in the wild and kind of bringing them to a more friendly demeanor so they can work with them. But,
Okay.
I mean, that was a long time ago. And then
Yeah.
there's this. And I know what the symbol is, but would Milo know how it relates to anything in game world?
Which symbol? Sorry.
The symbol that they signed with, the Theta symbol.
Ah, okay. Roll me a history check. This is a pretty high DC, but roll me a history check. 19. Okay. That's still
good
pretty good.
roll.
Okay. Let's see, what can I do with that? You look at it for a while and you're like, okay, yeah, it could be a Theta. You're not coming up with anything in terms of Greek letters.
Right, because I'm not even sure Greek letters exist.
Yeah.
It's just a symbol.
You think that it might be representative of something. It might just be how this particular person signs their name. There's obviously a connection to oak because that starts with an O. It might be a 0.
But Would
Yeah,
it be like
I
a pictograph of a Pokeball?
could be. Could be that.
What if I could take a picture of it and just randomly, without context, send it to my dad? I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
I mean, it'd be the fastest way to get answers. But
do you think he'd be mad that we found these letters?
Found them?
He's been...
Probably not. But if they were writing letters, that probably means they don't want it recorded, like documented. And if you send a picture of it, I'm pretty sure the extent that they've been fucking with everyone, they might have access to that, and that might be something they want to know about. So
yeah, I mean, he's been
if
like...
you send a letter to your dad with a picture of it in it.
The old-fashioned way, by Pidgey.
I don't know. That might take a while and possibly get lost. I mean, so here's the thing. Like, usually, I would not mind, because it'd be funny. It would get us answers. I don't really care what his reaction is, but, like, the past couple days, he's been surprisingly less of a dick than usual.
Well, the letters...
And, like...
we're talking about a lot of the research, and we're kind of cryptic about what happened, and talked about you,
Right.
and kind of lines up with, when they were strong arming him and using you as a
Right.
piece of leverage. It's not so much that like he would be mad. I think it's more that maybe it's something Sylph doesn't need to know about. The fact that they signed it with that symbol and not a name.
Should I tell him to come here?
I mean, I was thinking maybe you could find out if he's still here in the islands.
Well, he said he was heading back to Viridian, but that was this morning, so maybe he's not gone yet.
I feel like he'd be the best one to give us answers, and
he did say to
it's-
like communicate and talk and stuff about this stuff with adults, and he's an adult.
Yeah, I send him a message, tell him that we found something that we need to talk about, but it has to be discussed in person, and ask where he is, and maybe we can meet up. Like, we'll be here at least until the end of tomorrow, because we got the surfing contest.
Right.
So, if he wants...
Hey, Dad, keep putting your duties off and help us do this stuff, because,
I
you
mean,
know, he's
if
always
it
been
were-
good at that.
If it were just us going on a Pokemon journey and we just needed him to fly us to Jade City on the back of, oh god, I can't remember what it was called.
Dredgy.
Dredgy. Then, yeah, I completely agree with you, but this could be
Seems
high
important.
enough profile that, yeah, it's worth it.
Alright, well, we'll see if he'll answer.
Okay.
In the first place, I guess.
Gotta start somewhere.
I mean,
She
worst
calls
case,
him one day,
you can even see if he can meet us at Jade City eventually, because we got to get there. Give him time to rest and do whatever he's got to do out there, and give us time to, do our thing in the islands, and he can kind of pop in
Yeah,
over
I
there
guess-
with us.
Depends on how important, I guess, this is to him.
I'd hope it's important. It seems like it's pretty important, judging by the letters, but they're old, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say they're kind of old, and I figure he'd either like have brought it up already before, or
Maybe we're only getting part of the picture.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more letters that are recent, but he has them with him.
maybe. All right, I'll try to call him, see if he answers.
Okay. Let's see. Around this time. V, can you roll me a d20?
Where in the world is Gary? Fucking
Yeah,
oak.
basically. Okay.
17.
Okay. The phone rings for a while and then does connect. You hear, along with Gary's voice, a very persistent sound of wind in the form of like, in the background, just constantly.
Oh, good. You're still near then.
And he just goes, "Yes, what happened now? It's the most we've talked in a year."
Yeah. I was gonna say, 2 calls in one day, huh?
Incredible.
So... what was I supposed to ask, Milo? Like, we have
You're gonna
something
have
that
to speak up. I can't really hear you. There's a lot of wind.
We
Just let
have
him know
something
that we found
we're
something
supposed to talk to you about.
We need to talk in
but
person.
but it's in person because, like, maybe it's not safe to type. I don't know.
Digitize. It shouldn't be digital.
Is there?
You don't want to leave a digital footprint.
I'm nearly back in Viridian. Does it? It can't wait. What?
I don't know, because I don't really know what this stuff means.
What is it? Is it a Pokeball that you found, or is it something from Sylph? What's happening?
No, it's something from...
I stole letters from your grandfather's house, and they have us concerned. We need to talk about them.
What?
Yeah,
Milo will repeat word for word. I stole letters from your grandfather's house. We need to talk about them.
I've heard.
You don't want me to say more, right?
Why would you? What letters? I don't even remember what I left. No, for the love of...
Well, yeah.
If you don't know about them, then you should really come here and talk to us.
No, I think I know.
Do you think it's something that you would want them to be digitized?
Kind of. Hold on, I'm gonna roll something for Gary to see if he understands what the hell you're referencing.
Gary's gonna roll his own insight check. Milo rolled a 21 earlier to see if he knew what you were talking about.
He kind of pauses after a while and he goes, "Letters at the old island, right?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know which ones you mean, I think.
Basement
there's no
with some of your old event or your stuff from when you were on your Pokemon journey.
Right. Why are you going through my things? What about those letters? Yes, I know the one you mean.
Well, we went through them because they were there, and you left them there, so free game.
That's not how privacy works, but sure.
That's not how privacy works, but sure.
I don't know. We found them and wanted to know what they were about because it's talking about stuff that I don't understand. And maybe it's important to the stuff that we're doing, and you told me to communicate with adults and or you about stuff about the people that we were talking about.
There's a long silence on the other end of the phone. And after a while, Gary just says, "Those letters are ancient history. They're just remnants of things that are not going to help you or me now."
Who are they from?
There's a longer silence. This is a friend.
Okay.
I have to go back to my gym, V. Please call me if you find, or if you get contacted by Sylph, but those letters are just personal commemorative papers. Burn them if you want. And there's a click, and he just disconnects.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I guess good news, he doesn't seem concerned, but bad news, I still don't know any more than when he started.
Right? I'm not sure if...
I wonder who else we could ask.
I mean, Acacia is my only other thought.
They didn't know
They
anything
just
about
left.
it.
Yeah.
I showed them the letters and they read them, and didn't seem to know anything about any of it.
The only other person we know that's been involved in this is Marcy.
I mean, the letters straight up mention D. Why don't we ask her?
That's true.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
think of that. Okay.
I like how you guys are like, yeah, we'll clean up the beach later. First, we are going to solve this mystery.
Mystery. I mean, we were killing some
Money
time.
or intrigue?
Margaret, are our Pokemon ready yet?
Margaret will go to the back and give you back your Pokemon because, yeah, I think you guys have putzed around long enough.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's full health.
Everybody's full
Okay,
health.
so do we want to do that now, or do we want to
Well,
go do the beach cleanup and then look into this?
I do want to.
time?
Yeah, I do want to go do our jobs, but by the time we're done with those, Dee might be asleep.
I mean, she's usually up pretty late. She was awake when we were doing all that stuff at Marcy's gym, so I think she'll be up.
She's
Maybe.
also our
I mean,
ride, so even if she is asleep, it's not the end of the world. We can ask her in the morning too.
It's true.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Let's
go do
get
jobs.
some more money and yeah, make
More
sure
money.
We'll get
if
more
they've
money.
yeah, if they've got TMs, man, we're so getting some good TMs.
Right?
Jay's
We'll do jobs and try to find somewhere to spend the money that we keep earning.
Hell yeah.
Okay, just to remind me about what the heck that the specific job was, because I forgot. Beach cleanup. Oh, yes. So it is 1,000 Pokédollars per hour. More than one of you can go. So here's how we're gonna do it. It's essentially, it's not a mini game. It's just a bunch of rolls. And it's back at the beach. You guys very quickly discover that this is hosted by the Pika Surf shop. So it is further down this way. And essentially they're just trying to clean up the beach in time for the surfing contest.
All right. Well, Milo will release all of his dogs and his bird.
All of the dogs. So here's how it's gonna work. You guys can decide how many hours you're planning to do this. And I'm guessing V's not doing it, right? You're gonna do the other
No,
thing.
I was gonna say V does not want to pick up trash or have his Pokemon pick up trash. I'd rather do something else.
You're above all that. Okay. So just get a Milo then, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay. So basically the way that it works is you can choose any Pokemon of yours that you want. If you want to argue for 2 or more Pokemon, you can roll at advantage, but essentially it's going to be a investigation check from your Pokemon. It's going to be 1 per hour. If you roll high enough, you might find some extra stuff along with the trash. Because you're digging around places. So how many hours do you want to devote to this, I suppose is the question.
What time is it?
It's like 3 p.m.
I was going to say just till dinner time, so 5 hours?
5 hours? Okay.
Yeah, I'm down. Make some money.
Okay.
Yeah.
In which case, 5 hours, that is 5 investigation rolls. You both have more than enough Pokemon to sniff around. Go ahead and make them an advantage if you'd like, and we'll see what you find.
Who is my best investigator?
You got a good nose.
So each time I'm going to, before we do these rolls, give, I guess, Dwebble, since he's got Tremor Sense, and Zubat's helping him with her blind sight.
Mm-hmm.
Those die.
Yeah.
Because this is a skill check, so... And I'm doing that because Dwebble's investigation is next to non-existent, and I don't think Zubat's is much better. Yeah, they both have the same, so it doesn't really matter.
None of the Pokemon are particularly intelligent.
And investigation is int, right?
Yes, it is.
It is, yes.
Poor Dwebble.
That's why I'm giving y'all...
That's not bad.
So 18 on the first one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna do mine from Lou because he's just got that solid +0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 15, 18
15
and
from Lou.
15 is pretty good. All right. I will say, let's see. Why don't we go ahead and roll all of them together, and I'll tell you guys. I'm keeping track of what you all found. So, let's see.
Do you want
18.
to roll out the rest of yours, Earth? Yeah.
14.
Oh, 14.
Okay, so that is okay. 14. Okay. Oh.
Nat 1.
Okay.
Nat 1. A nice
Zero.
zero. A nice
Zero.
zero.
You drop whatever you
No.
find. Okay.
That's a nat
Nat
20.
20.
Oh my goodness.
For an actual nat 20.
For an actual 20. Okay. You find the
Is
thing
that all
that you
of them?
dropped. You got one more.
How many is that?
One more. If you're doing 5 hours, you got one more.
And back to average.
And 20.
20.
Yeah, that's really good, honestly.
Hey, actually better.
Okay. Cool.
Alright, let me get lose out then.
Very good. Yeah, go ahead and do lose.
Sorry, Milo. I got us a 1.
I mean,
But we got 2 nat 20s.
Yeah, two
Yeah.
nat 20s is goddamn good. Hot damn. And
14, 15, 19, and 20 for my 4.
I think you have
14.
one more.
Is it? Oh, because it's 5. Right.
yes.
Get another nat 20.
Hey.
14, 15, 17, 19, 20.
Damn,
Not bad.
That is real good. I'm impressed by the 0 that you managed to get an advantage. That's real cool.
Right.
Okay, let me see. So, Kid and Milo, first, as you are searching around, fun things that Milo finds is actually another piece of the same rare candy that Kid found earlier.
Huh.
So
Oh,
add
yeah.
yourself a little rare candy there.
More candy.
Yes, more candy. Kid, you find... Let's see if I can... You find, actually, a little star piece, the same one that Milo found.
Ooh.
Which you
I have
can
that to
sell
sell,
later.
too.
Yes, you also have that to sell.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
On the second hour, you guys are working the beach. On the second hour, Milo, you find yourself a really interesting, really shiny looking rock.
Okay.
Which you might have to identify. Roll me an Arcana.
Heck yeah.
You're the perfect one for this, Milo, I believe.
Right.
Okay.
14?
You're pretty sure that this is some sort of an evolutionary stone. It is cold to the touch. So you can
Hell
write
yeah.
down ice stone in your inventory.
Heck yeah.
And Kid, with your 14, you find a really nice looking, it looks kind of like a silky scarf. And you kind of pick it up out of the ground, shake it off, dip it in the water a couple of times. Might need a wash or two, but it looks pretty good looking. You can add silk scarf to your inventory.
Oh, shit. We're finding, like, actual, like, held items. Hell yeah.
Items, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Love to do that.
on the 0, Kid, you find nothing. But
Bunch of
Trash.
trash.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
however, Milo, you managed to find yourself a... Damn, I had a lot of shit to this. You managed to find yourself a golden nugget on your natural
Oh, hell
20.
yeah.
So add nugget.
So much money.
Nugget.
Yeah, so you're essentially just going around with a thing. So your last 2 natural 20s. God, what can I give you for this? 14 and a 20. 14. What haven't I given to you guys yet? Okay.
I mean, I have anything from this held items. Ooh.
Milo, you find a little bottle, which is really shiny with a green liquid inside. You kind of tilt it this way and that. It looks pretty fancy. It looks like it was just dropped and buried on accident because it looks pretty expensive. Go ahead and roll me another Arcana.
17.
You are relatively certain that this is a lure. And if you use the liquid inside and basically spritz it around, usually Pokemon come running over to it. It's an easy way to lure Pokemon in the vicinity towards you.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
You can make your captures.
it essentially increases chances of finding a rare Pokemon as well. So when you roll to encounter,
yeah.
you can roll with advantage.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Hell yeah.
For a 20, actually, Kid, I am going to say that you find a very familiar looking a booklet, essentially. And as you open it up on side, it's a little bit sandy, but it seems to be sealed in plastic, so it's actually not scratched, just the booklet itself is scratched. It appears to be a TM.
Oh, hell yeah.
It says TM13.
It's 13.
13.
What is that, guys? What is that? What's the name?
As you flip through the booklet, it appears to be Ice Beam.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay, hell yeah.
Ice into a rotation.
The fact that you guys are doing this for 5 hours is, yeah. Well, it is by design. Oh boy, you rolled so many 20s, Kid. What can I give you for another natural 20?
One's not. Well, at least that one wasn't a nat 20. It was like a dirty 20.
It was like a dirty 20, yeah, but still. And on the last one, Milo, you find yourself a little bottle again. You seem to be finding a lot of little bottles lately.
Yeet.
But this one appears to be filled with more of like a weird, like kind of not powder. They're pills, essentially. You kind of tilt it this way and that, try to scratch off the label a little bit. Roll me another Arcana check.
Hell
Beach
yeah, you got the
drugs.
vitamins, dude.
13?
You think this might be an item that is able to boost your one of your Pokemon's essentially base skills, but the fact that you found it like on the beach means the label has entirely scrubbed off. You might have to have somebody identify it for you before you're able to figure out which one it is.
Okay, now the question: do I feed Piper this rare candy right now to put her at level 4? How do the rare candies work?
The rare candy gives you a set amount of EXP. It does not actually bump you immediately to the next level. It's just a set amount of EXP, and there's actually different sizes of them that I've kind of figured out.
Oh, okay.
This one is the smallest one, but...
Smallest.
So how much do they get?
You guys, if you want to feed them to somebody, these are 300 EXP each.
Okay. I will definitely give that to Piper, get her a little bit closer right away.
And Kid, how many things did I give you? Did I give you your 4, or did I only give you 3 things from the list? I don't remember.
You didn't give one for the dirty 20.
For the dirty 20. We're gonna ask the dice to decide, because this is gonna be interesting. Kid, can you roll me one more d20?
Hell yeah.
Well, the dice have spoken. Okay. Kid, can you roll me a d4?
So many dice.
Sorry.
Oh.
I just need to decide.
it's
I need it
good.
to be
No,
random.
I love dice.
I need it to be random. Okay, that's a 2. So that is a... Okay. Kid, as you are exploring the beach and picking up all of these fun things, Dwebble picks up on something and begins to desperately dig. And you join him and you begin to dig as well. It takes you a good 30 minutes to unearth this thing, and you've kind of forgotten the fact that you're picking up trash by the end of it. But you appear to be excavating a small rock, about maybe half a foot across. And as you pick it up and turn it around and dust it off, you see a very curious imprint on the inside of it, as though something has been fossilized.
Oh, hell yeah, we got a fossil game.
Please,
Nice.
Yeah.
you're gonna have to have an expert check what it is, but I have made a note of this in my...
Hell yeah.
Actually,
Right.
I have to... I have to make sure that I remind myself. Oh my god.
Unknown fossil added to inventory.
And let's see. because I will forget what the fuck I gave to y'all. TM13. Oh, I already said that was Ice Fang, because it says it on the booklet.
Or Ice Fang?
Sorry, Ice Claw, was it? Which, Ice Beam, sorry, Ice Beam.
Ice Beam, okay.
Ice Beam.
I was like, Ice Fang or Ice Claw? I could...
I'm sorry.
No, it's all
I
good.
did roll randomly, so it was just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, if either of you guys want the Silk Scarf, because I don't really have... I mean, Froakie has normal moves.
I wouldn't mind putting that on Ivory.
Right, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's the one that buffs normal stuff, right? So
Yeah.
eventually Froakie's not going to have Pound or Quick Attack. So, like, that's the only one I have with normal moves. If either of you guys want a Silk Scarf, Kid will more than happily pass that along.
I mean, I'm cool with V takes it. That sounds good to me.
Put a little scarf on my Eevee. Thank you.
But yeah. You guys finish up. It is dark by the time you finish here. Do I have another version of this map? I don't think I do. Nope, I don't. I just made a daytime version. That's fine. But yeah. You guys come back towards the Pokemon Center after a long day. Also, you get paid for this. Holy shit, you get paid for this.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 1,000 per hour, so you actually get an extra 5,000 each.
$5,000.
$5,000 each.
Yeah.
We are not broke anymore. I mean, I guess technically it's not like we have a ton of money because it is still Poke dollars, but like the conversion's wild, but we're not, homeless anymore. We can afford to eat and
We can
get
afford
things
food.
now.
Yeah.
And we have items to sell. I got that star piece, you got that nugget.
I have a star piece too because I found that when we were walking through the forest.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we got plenty of things. I don't know. Do we want to try to sell them here? I feel like finding them here means that maybe we shouldn't try to sell them here. We should bring them to Jade City.
It'd probably be better to hold on to them and sell them at a bigger place. Prices will probably be better, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it is late, so I say we get some grub, rest up, get a good night's sleep, and hit the waves in the morning.
Yes, and we should probably, just to finish it up and round it up nicely, V, since you are going to do your job.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the artist.
Okay. The artist is over by these caves. You make your way there eventually. You find a woman, just like with long, kind of messy hair, tied back loosely. She appears to be painting the seascape with a single Magikarp flying through the air in the centerpiece of her thing. Where did I put her? Where is she? Hold on. There she is. Why is she a ghost? Why is she hiding? Okay, there we go.
She's living her best life.
She's just living her best life. But yeah, she sees you as you approach, and she goes, "Oh, hello, sorry, I'm almost done. If you wanted to... Sorry, I haven't seen you around before."
Sure. I'm just here to find the person who has the job at the Pokemon Center.
Oh, you're the task. Oh, you're a Pokemon trainer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Well, what do you have? I just love to paint Pokemon, and if you would like, you could let me paint yours. I did ask for cute ones, but honestly, I'm not that picky. But what do you got?
Well, cute and fluffy I've got, and he'll pull out his Pokeballs, and I've got Ivory, and I'll let her out.
Okay. Can Ivory, whoever you want to present, can everybody roll me a charisma check?
Right. Well, I'm gonna do it for all of them, so I'm assuming all of them are gonna do great.
Yep.
I'll have good charisma.
Yep.
Watch Metapod get the highest roll.
Okay, 15, very good. Yep.
Not bad.
Ivory is extremely adorable.
She is cute. Let's see, and then Pyra, Charisma. Oh,
Pyra is a little bit too distracted by the fact that there's water all over here, so she
Yeah.
just kind of claws her way up like your arm and sits
Ow.
on your shoulders.
ow. Okay. You could have just asked me to pick you up. Ow. Ghosty.
Ghosty actually does really
Aw,
well.
Lily did good this time.
Hell yeah.
The woman's like, oh, I
Mhm.
could paint her in the cave? Yes, this would be perfect. In the setting sun? Oh, yeah, I can see it now. Okay.
I
And
rolled
yeah.
the DM, but it was a 19 for Metapod.
Metapod?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, that makes sense. So it's 20.
Called it.
I'm gonna say 20 per Pokemon. The only one that fails is Fennekin, so add yourself another 6,000 for all three of your
Hey.
Pokemon that she ends up painting. And it does take a while, so you end up like sticking around and just kind
Fine.
of hanging out with her.
They combed the beach for 5 hours, so.
Yep. Okay. But at the end of it, you get some cash out of it. The lady seems very happy indeed. She apologizes to Fennekin for Pyra too. You know, for the fact that
Right.
she's become slightly traumatized.
And she'll be fine.
But yeah, you get some cash in your pocket, pretty easy money, and you head back just in time to see your friends probably heading back from the other direction, covered in sand.
Covered in sand.
Covered in sand.
All right. We got some stuff and we got some money. Hey, kid.
Yeah.
Either of you know what these
What's
might
up?
be? He's just gonna hand out the pill bottle.
Drugs.
Cool resources. I found them on the beach. I think they're for Pokemon. I think it helps. I don't know, but I just can't tell. The label got scratched off.
Arcana?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Arcana will
I can try.
we just barely made it, but yes, you begin to look at it.
Beach drugs?
You actually managed to like tilt the bottle, and on the other side of the label there's actually like an internal label that still kind of survived it, and you see that it says zinc on it.
Zinc. Alright.
See, you just gotta. It's like one of those medicine bottles where you gotta kind of like peel the thing off, and it's on the inside. Zinc. Is that good for Pokemon?
Zinc increases wisdom by 1 up to a max of 20,
Yes.
so you can increase one of your Pokemon's wisdom modifier, well, not modifiers,
That's
but
pretty neat.
base scores.
Get you a wise little pupper,
Yeah. Let me see.
or whichever one benefits the most from it, I guess.
Right.
That's like, do we have any Pokemon that use
Eh.
wisdom?
Not really.
It's
I don't
mostly just strength and defense right now.
Think. Yeah, I'm looking through my. I mean, Lily has wisdom like saves, but she's at a 14 right now, and that's it.
Well, we can
So.
hang on to it for sure, and then if we run into something that's more
Wise.
magically inclined, yeah, it does more special attack stuff.
Heck yeah. Did you guys
Yeah.
find a bunch of trash on the beach?
A bunch of trash and a few things that weren't trash. Fed some candy to Piper.
Bunch of cool shit. I got a team that I'm gonna have to teach Froakie.
Hell yeah.
And we
That's
got
pretty
paid.
cool.
We made some money. So there is.
I got money
that.
too.
Really nice. Hell yeah. All right. So, I mean, anything else we want to do, or are we just heading for the surf contest tomorrow?
I mean, we're gonna talk to D, I guess.
That's right. That's right.
But other than that, I don't think we had any other plans.
Yeah,
2D.
that was all the jobs. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made us some money. That's what I'm happy about. We got resources.
You know, I had her paint all of my Pokemon, and the one that she liked the best was Faye.
I mean, Faye
After
Yeah,
asking for
shiny.
fluffy, cute Pokemon.
It's not too
That's-
often that you get a shiny Pokemon, so that had to,
True.
certain
I
level
guess,
of
yeah. That's true.